SSJO Ducati Boy with a new review. And thank you so much once again to Anthony Sang for sending this to me. Amazing prices, amazing service. Thank you so much, bud. Appreciate it. Alright guys, it's Sunday. I'm relaxing. Finally got a chance to open this thing. Been playing with it for a little while and it's outstanding. It's beautiful. I love it. So of course, as usual, we'll start off with the packaging and then the accessories, and then we'll take a nice uppy-closey as usual on the figure itself. Alright guys, let's start with the packaging. Alright guys, so here took a quick couple of pictures. There's the front of the box, the bottom, real nice, like the Iron Man die-cast boxes. You can see there it's got the image of him in the background and then a plastic piece in the front, kind of like they etched it out. That's the side. And then when you open it up, that's pretty much what you're going to see. Nice hard styrofoam. That's pretty much it. And then right here at the end, I'll show you the other last accessory, the stand, the way it comes in. That's pretty much it, guys. Alright, people. Let's start off with all the accessories. So, of course, you get, you know, a nice Hot Toys stand, which I'm surprised. I thought it would light up. I mean, it's got the same design as like the Terminator and stuff like that. You could see where it has the battery cutout. And I was looking for the switch. I was like, oh shit. Not that it matters to me because I never light them up. Just once to check them out, maybe when I first get them. And that's about it. So you can see right there, it's got RoboCop, the OCP logo. It's pretty nice. It's got that look like the top is glass. Pretty nice. Then you get the remote control with the nice on-off switch. You hit the B and the O, see the light up. Same thing we got with Ed 209. It's pretty nice. I enjoy it. Comes with the 3 little batteries for that. And of course you get the natural looking face sculpt. And then you get these extra 3, so for a total of 4. Get the one where he's in a lot of pain. Nice beautiful paint apps on it, of course. Let me see if I could get my nice uppy closies for you. Look, even the teeth, really well done. You got the slightly open mouth. You see a little bit of teeth going on. And you got him whistling Dixie. And that's about it. So you get 4 of those in total. And you get 2 nicely sculpted guns. I kind of appreciate that they had the foresight, or just, you know, they gave it some thought. They gave you a nice die-cast heavy one. It's pretty damn heavy. Kind of like Thor's hammer, Mjolnir. Kind of like that. You can see it's got nice sculpt going on. You can't do much with it though. Like, the clip doesn't come out. It's just one solid piece of die cast. This is the same exact sculpt. So you get 1 die cast and 1 nice plastic one, so it won't weigh his hand down. On the plastic one, you can see it's got details on it. Got the silver apps there. I tried pulling out the clip, but it doesn't come out. At least mine doesn't. It does cock up here though. Let me see. Yep, there we go. The hammer does move. Pretty nice. So this is the one you want to display in his hand, the plastic one. And you keep the other one. This one's meant to be in his leg. I guess if you're so inclined, you could do the silver paint apps on this one if you wanted to. So we get 2 guns. This I'll show you what it's for later on. It's kind of like we got with the Batmobile, the 89 Batmobile. It's got a magnet in it and you apply it on there and you pull off some pieces. You get the battle damage helmet. Oh, this paint. Oh man, this figure is so sweet. Really stoked as usual. You can see the little eye in there after he got fucked up. Beautiful, beautiful. that could have been a little bit nicer, the scratches in there, but that's if you're just a super nitpicky guy. Nice OCP police, and inside you can see the magnet and the little tab where they put the eye in there, because he does not have a full face sculpt underneath the helmet. Pretty nice piece. You do get a battle damaged chest piece. Awesome, beautifully detailed. Whew. Smoking hot. Super happy. That I can foresee, or that I have seen, I have no problems with this figure. No QC. You get 2 hands that are fully posable. You get 2 fisted hands which you cannot pose, so just fists. But these are pretty much like the Iron Man hands. If you have an Iron Man, you can see they're functional just like a human hand. Pretty nice. So you get what? 5 hands. The fist, the fully posable hands, and this one where he's got that spike that he shoves into the computer to extract some info on himself. Pretty nice. I really like the look of these. I do have the old RoboCop, so I'll show you guys that later. The only other thing would be the instruction book. It's a nice big ass piece. Do read it, because you don't want to break anything on this. I had to run out because I highly doubt you're going to have these kind of batteries. They're like half of a AA battery and a little bit thinner. So you're going to have to run out and get that. The remote does come with the batteries. Then you got, you know, explanations on what to do and what not to do. Pretty simple. It is cool. The articulation is way improved compared to my old RoboCop. You can see there. You could pop the legs out. It's pretty cool. Alright, that is that. Let's get to the review. Alright guys. Oh god, this thing is so beautiful. I can't get over it. It's stunning. The colors, stunning. Hot Toys really did a seriously beautiful job on this thing. So I didn't put anything on him yet. No guns, no different hands. This is pretty much how he's going to come out of the box. But let's take a closer look. Oh man, you get pretty cool Alright, before we start, this bad boy is a huge dust magnet. God damn, everywhere. So have your air in a can ready, because he is going to collect dust. Look at that beautiful head sculpt. Everything on him. So like I said, articulation is much improved. You can see how nice and shiny those black parts are. Damn. He just looks really intimidating. But alright, let's grab him and give you guys a nice uppy closey. Look at that. They did a seriously sick job with the sculpt of everything on him. Especially, they really captured Peter Weller's face, well, his mouth at least. Oh, that is just beautiful. Love it. Super shiny. So the front I'll get to, and the leg piece I'll get to later. I just want to show you guys nice up close shots everywhere. Look at that. Damn beautiful. Not a single scratch on mine, luckily. It's just beautiful. So much detail. My only worries are right here. That piece in there, just like our Iron Man, it's rubber. So after time, that's probably gonna just rot, which does worry me some. Also, I did get 2 of these. This one I got early. This is the one without the chair. I had prepaid a long time ago for the one with the chair, so whenever that comes into the States, I want to have that one posed in the chair. But the only thing that worries me, this is all rubber. So after sitting in the chair with this bent for a long time, that's probably gonna rip. I really have my reservations about that it's gonna tear. Look at those subtle hues of purple and blue. Whenever you move it around, those colors just change. Alright, so as far as worries, those parts right there, and don't flip out like I did when I got him. These fucking pieces were like in a rainbow shape. They were arched. I was like, oh no, if I move these things, they're gonna snap. So this does articulate, as does the foot, but they didn't push them in on the way, and they just shoved the damn figure in the box, and they were like a rainbow. I was like, oh. So I just slid them in, and they seem to be kosher now. Another thing, when I opened up my thigh here, which, alright, before you open up the thigh, pop the whole leg out, so it gives you more room to clear the buttock. Don't want to scratch the buttock. So you have a little lip right about here. Pull on that lip, and then the whole thing folds back. This moves forward, and then the gun part holder slides out, and it does have nice detail. So when I first opened this up, once again, remember the arch here, I wanted to cry. I thought something broke when I opened it, but it wasn't. You see that screw up there? They cover it with a little tiny piece, and this is what fell, and I'm looking around, I'm like, fuck, what the fuck did you break, Joe? But it just doesn't hold in there, and to be honest, it doesn't bother me, so I'm just gonna put this piece away. So don't flip out. So this just slides forward, and this piece arches back. This doesn't have a spring, just moves in and out. It does have a nice little padding in there. See that little black piece or whatever. It does have nice little details. I gotta take a look at the old one, but they look pretty much the same to me. So that's the inside of the thigh. So slide this first, then that, and it creates a nice seal. I have no problems with that. And that nicely etched in OCP police on the leg. Damn, the colors on this. He does have a nice big butt, like he did in the movie. So with the feet, you get these really smooth joints. They just, that is smooth. You probably could pose this without a stand, but he's kind of heavy, and I'm not gonna risk that, but you probably could. Let's check out some articulation here. You've got the little toe there. Oh, look at that beautiful detail. I love doing the reviews because you actually get to see stuff that the naked eye isn't gonna catch. So when you're looking through the viewfinder, you're like, oh shit, what's that? So you got this articulation, got the usual, and you do get, see, I don't know if you could see in there, there is just a simple ball joint. So you do get some pivot. Not a whole lot, but you do get that much. And then, like I said, so this is a functional piston. You can see this moves nicely, and then this piece also moves to wherever you may need it. God, this is all hard rubber back here, which worries me. See those shiny hands? That they did a sick job with whatever materials they use. Articulation, I don't know if mine's just too stiff, but I get some there. I really don't want to force it too much, guys. You get some there. The waist, no. So, cool thing when you go to sit him, now my old one, you can't do this, but they put some thought into it. You can pop the legs out now and in. Just give it a little tug and they'll pop out. The arms, more clearance now, you can see there. You can pop the arms out, pretty cool. And they go up about yay much. You get kind of a butterfly joint there, pretty cool. course, you could spin it all around if you needed so. The elbow, pretty good range, pretty movie accurate. It didn't do much more than that. A lot more rubber back here, which scares me. The head, really sweet. Look at that. You get really, really good. As far as looking up, not much more than that. It does look down pretty good. It's pretty cool. So that's that. Give me a second. I'll switch the parts and I'll show you a couple of more things. Alright guys, once you take his chest off, this is what pretty much you're gonna see. You're gonna see this giant speaker piece right in his chest. And there's the head. No real sculpt under there. It's a pretty neat function though. Here's a different mouthpiece. Pretty cool. It's got kind of like a track there that you follow, and simply slide that in. Make sure he's nicely tucked in. Yeah, there we go. It's pretty simple. You get the top of the coconut there. It's just a big ass magnet. And what did I do with the other one? There it is. So you got just another magnet in the battle damaged head. I'm a little hesitant about doing this on camera because I'm looking through the fucking viewfinder. I don't want to mess anything up. Shite. Sorry guys, this is taking me a bit, but I don't want to fuck this thing up and I want to show you on camera. Alright. Just be careful. Fuck, fingerprint magnet. So you can see, it's nice. Lines up. Really sweet. Look at that. You see the beautiful little purples and blues in there? Great detailing. Sweet. I kind of like this piece going on. I'll keep the older one clean. You can see the eye in there. Real nice. Look at that. Alright, so a little bit of a pain. This back piece, not really a pain, but this is where your little accessory comes in. It's magnetized. It's supposed to just pull right off, but it's kind of a, you gotta play with it. And I'm only gonna try for so long, then I'm gonna have to take it off camera. Oh, there we go. So you can see magnets. Open this up and you got your on-off switch right there. I left the screw out for now for the review, but let me see if I could take that out. So you take the screw out, take this off, and you gotta go buy these batteries. I highly doubt you're gonna have these batteries in the house. If you do, cool. If not, I went out and spent $6 on them, no big deal. Just come back and put the piece back on like that and you're good to go. And for the other piece, you got magnets right there in the chest piece, and that's it. Just 2 magnets up here. It's kind of cool. You don't have to do anything with these loop things at the top. Fuck, once again, this is a bitch trying to look through the viewfinder. So it just clips in nice and easy. You see right there, everything lines up. This kind of reminiscent of the inner part of the Iron Man figures. Kind of cool. Look at that. So it's got a couple of holes, real holes, there, so that the speaker has ample holes so it could throw the voice out. Pretty cool. I'll show you the voice features in a second. Hold on, guys. Damn it, Robo, don't fall. Don't want to drop it. You know, that is one thing I fucking miss. He says only 6 things, and he doesn't say dropper. And I really like it when he says that. Alright, so just push your B and your O once you've turned them on, of course, and listen. Hey, hey, hey. Did I shut the fucking thing off? Butt head. Now, I got to go back, and I'm not going to edit this. I'll leave it all so you guys could laugh. Because if you don't use it for a certain amount of time,
serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
That's what he says when you first turn them on. So it's kind of cool. It'll shut itself off if he's not in use for a while. But he doesn't say dropper, motherfuckers. But at least they did use Peter Weller's voice, unlike with the fucking Ed 209, which I've never used it more than twice, so it's kind of not a big deal. But you are paying money for these official licensed products. So that pissed me off that it was just some random dude doing the Ed 209 voice. But this, they couldn't get away with that. So listen.
Stay out of trouble. Drop the gun. You are under arrest. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Come quietly or there will be trouble. Thank you for your cooperation. Good night. Serve the public trust. Protect the innocent. Uphold the law. Stay out of trouble. Drop the gun. You are under arrest. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Come quietly or there will be trouble.
So that's it, guys. You get about 6 different things that he says. It's pretty neat. I appreciate it. I'll probably never use it again after this review, but nonetheless, it's there, and I appreciate it. Alright, let me go get the old RoboCop and maybe put Ed 209 behind them so you could get kind of a size comparison. Alright, I'll be back. Alright guys, before I do the comparison, I did skip one extra bit of articulation, and that's right here. You could slide that out a bit and you do get extra bit of movement there. And when you pop the hands off, it's just a ball, nothing special. You can spin it and you do get a little motion like that. It was such a bitch and scary doing this, so you can turn this up quite a bit, and it extends right here. Mine, I thought I was gonna break the fucking thing, but it does improve. You can see the ab crunch, and it does say you could spin it quite a bit, which is good, but I just don't want to force it. It looks like it says in the picture that it extends in 2 parts, up here and right about here. I can't get this to extend, so maybe, I don't know, only this, and I don't want to push it. I don't really need that, but this is pretty damn neat. So two things I really wanted to show you. Alright, comparison. Alright guys, look, so pretty much I have Ed almost as low as he can go. So he's pretty much in scale. They look pretty damn good. I don't have them posed in any cool poses or anything like that. It's just for a comparison. And you can see there's the original. Let me shut one of these lights off. So there's the OG Robo, and wow, what a huge difference. I truly enjoy my original. I have no complaints. I'll never get rid of him. But you could see a huge difference. Just look at the colors. He's still cool as fuck though. I still appreciate him. But you could see the difference in right here in these plastic parts, how shiny they are on the new die-cast one. These are just not as shiny. You don't get any of the real posable hands, but he comes with everything you need. The gun's pretty similar, but let's take a close look here. You can see the paint apps are still cool. you still get those multiple colors in there. The only thing that you could see a huge difference is they weren't that good. They hadn't perfected yet that realism look with the paint apps on the human skin. You see they just did some shading. This really looks kind of cartoonish almost. As where, whoops, upside down. You could see just a huge difference here compared to that. So also the arms don't pop out like on the new one. You still get some articulation. Hopefully the rubber they used on the new one is as good as this one, because this one, it's held up through the years. It's a pretty old figure. But let me open up the side here, see if it looks at all like the new one. Yeah, pretty much the same thing. Yep, only this is spring loaded on the old one. The new one isn't. But overall the same kind of function. Still nice. So that's the leg part. Let me close this shit back. I think this closes the opposite though. Yep. So this one you close this first, then that. The other one's the opposite on the new one. You can see he's got rubber. He does have a bit better pivot. He doesn't have toe articulation like the new one. The pistons I kind of like. See how these doesn't really do that on the new one. This one has a little spring. Almost the same exact thing. Slight differences. See how dull this is? The chest doesn't pop off or anything. Still pretty cool. Still love it. But there's... Let me see if I could do a quick height comparison. Put them back to back. Ah, come on, you son of a bitch. Yeah, the new one is a tad bit taller. Just a tad. You can see the back, and I actually have him arched a little bit forward, leaning a little bit forward, so pretty cool. And you know, you can tell I love my robocops. In the back there you got, here's a size comparison with the little NECA and the two PlayArt Kai ones in the back there from the new movie, which I love robots, so I kind of enjoyed the movie. It shouldn't have been called, I don't know. I'm not going to judge, but I do enjoy robots, and these figures look fucking badass. I can't wait for them to make 1/6 scale figures of that, and I will grab them up. Alright guys, let's do maybe one or two last little poses, and I think that's it. I said what I want to say. Alright Robo, except for Drawbert. Alright guys, that pretty much will do it for this review. I really am beyond pleased with the figure. If you have your reservations about getting it, definitely get it. Unless you have the old one and you're happy with the old one, it'll suffice, then keep the old one. But he is a vast improvement, right? And I don't know, I definitely am enjoying him. Robo, stop it. So make up your minds, he is a huge improvement, but I'm not getting rid of you, okay? That's it guys. I'll probably shoot a couple of pictures and go review something else. Me and Buddy, give it a thumbs up. SS and Buddy out.